The Sword Lords require our help. Varnhold is a ghost town. There's not a single soul in sight. We should look around and find out where everyone's gone. We did that already. Welcome to our Let's Play series of Pathfinder Kingmaker. I'm Colonel RPG, and I'm very happy to have you here with me as we get out of Varnhold, because this place, well, it's a ghost town. It's a ghost town now that we dealt with the Spriggans that were around here. We just let them go. Well, we murdered them all, except for a few, and then we let those few go. It's fine. They're not upset about anything. It's all good. So yeah, good things. We have unfinished clearing. That's a lovely name. I don't even... Many years ago, the local people were cutting wood here with plans to lay a road. Nobody remembers what stopped them. Some say bandits, while others say a pack of wolves. But traces of the abandoned clearing are still barely visible among the young undergrowth. Well, yeah, the act of clearing was unfinished. That is very much what I thought it was actually when I read it. So. Yeah, that's where we need to go. We also need to go down there. There's many places where we need to go. There's that thing. Can I not move the mountain? Yeah, I need to middle click for this. There's so many places. So how do I do that? Let's go south, because I know this one takes us here. But this one will take us over through there? Because I was looking, I don't know if you noticed that I was looking, last episode, I was looking at this road. And, yeah, I think this doesn't cross the river. It just goes over there. Not to say that there's not a passage that way. It's just, I don't think... we have a thing. Barony is out of reach. How about I go down there? That's Barony, right? Do that. Okay. So, where to now? To the east? I really don't know. I'm gonna say no. And I'm basically gonna be wrong, most likely. Okay, so far we're doing good progress here. If we're trying to get there before the end of the day, which is probably gonna be unlikely. But probably gonna be unlikely. That's I'm just mixing all the chances. Okay, yeah, it is definitely unlikely. Look at the time. Look at the speed. We have the Sepulchre of the Forgotten Heroes. I shall do that. I bet there's a lot of sarcophagi in there. Sarcophagi? I don't know. I actually don't know how it's said in Latin. If it's sarcophagi or sarcophagi, because it depends, I assume. So the fire. A terrible fire struck the settlement. That is the settlement. It tells me. I'm looking at it. Consuming many buildings. The people need immediate help. Choose an advisor to handle this event. Valerie can do it. Unfortunately, she's not the best for this, so I'm gonna give her a couple of tokens, and she can do that. Unfortunately, I'm losing my tokens, but it's good. It's good that I came down here, and yes, then I basically can't do anything else. It's definitely good that I did that. I assume that's the same, because I did it on the day after. I assume that's the same as the first one that happened. So we have the Precipice Trail over there. Should we go there right now? I think we should. Ooh. Okay. So this now connects over there? Yes, it does. It doesn't tell me that it'll take some time. It's a really weird way of handling that. And it's just mountains. And now we're absolutely exhausted with much badness. And that is a thing that I can take. And I'll do that. There we go. Back into the steppe. And, wine? Pay 15 build points to claim this resource. Yes. And guess what? It's culture. Wine is culture. Sure it is. So... this is a dead end. This is an interesting world here. So, Lenorm's grave. Where is that even? In the... Tours of Levinese. Sure. We're not going to go there right now. We need to go back up. I think. And by that I mean let's go south. Okay, does this pass? Yes, sort of does. Where's that going? I'm not going to get out of my territory here. Okay, let's find out where this goes. And I guess let's go back. Yeah, we're just wasting time at this point. which is sort of shame, but sort of not. And that goes to the little Selen source. It does not, actually. And there's Ghost Stone. I don't think that's gonna cross. Let's go over here. A strange building, gloomy and abandoned, sits near the spring that eventually evolves into the Little Selen River. Unlike many of the ruins in the Tors of Lebanese, this structure seems to have been built by humans, or at least creatures of human size. How do you know that? In this world where the dwarves build the biggest structures? That doesn't seem right. That does not seem right there. Anyway, we're gonna rest because we need to. We have hunting going on and all that, and of course it's gonna take forever.
Wait for me, you spook!
To hunt.
I'll tear off your hands before you can blink.
You flatter yourself. I've no interest in primitive boneheads.
Are they 10 hours? Lovely. Are they getting worse or something? I'm not sure about what's going on in here, and I don't think I care to learn. Anyway, let's go to the Little Selen evolving spring. There we go. It's an evolution. It's like a transformer thingy, but it's not. I wonder what it is. Also, yeah, what I was gonna say about the. It looks like it was made by humans or creatures of human size. I think that's a fundamental misunderstanding of why we build the structures we build. Etymologically, not etymologically, what's that? There's a word for it. Sociologically speaking? Sure. That's not the word, actually. There's another word. Anthropologically speaking? I think so, yeah. I think that's what I mean to say. We build things out of stone. I think I may have talked about this. An insane wizard. I don't like wizards. Please don't do that. This is bad. Insane ones probably are a little bit better, though, because they're insane. Let's sneak. See if we can... That wasn't me. Are they casting spells? Just for the kicks of it? Sure. Yeah, we build stones... We build structures because of the lifespan of the structure. And evidently also because of the size that we have, but more so because of the weight that we have and of our lifestyles. Like, if imagine everybody walked 20 miles every day. Everybody, just normal people, and we could do that. They are fighting. No, they're coming. Insane Wizard is... Oh, no. Please don't. They spotted a harem. I see through your ruse. I see through your ruse. Also, I might die. Let's go. Okay, that's, Whoa! I said I didn't like wizards. Okay, that's good. I learned from my lessons. Unfortunately, I can't learn them without saves coming, but this is... Well, this isn't saves coming. This is mostly just me not having to die, because I would have died there. We need energy protection, which we have. I believe we have. And so imagine all of us walked 20 miles every day. Our structures would absolutely have to be everything in our architecture. There's the one. Would have to be fundamentally different to sustain the amount. It's not even the weight, it's just the wear and the way we work. So immediately you can tell that you can make up in a fantasy setting, naturally, well, I guess in real life as well, if you can find a culture where people walk 20 miles a day. Did I say 20 miles or 20 kilometers? Either way, the point is... The point is, this is all very bad. So I will send you over here, except for one of you, and that would be the person at the back. That is Octavia, and then I will shoot you. I'm not really sure if I can do anything. Where... Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Octavia doesn't know how to walk forward. That is not an interrupt. That's not how it works. Octavia, come on, let's do this. There it is. Okay. Attack that guy over there. Octavia has another tool up her sleeve, which I sort of wanted to use. The Control Fireball. Let's see if I have time to cast the normal one. I do not. So Control Fireball it is. I think we're gonna be okay. There's another one here, though. Is there another one here? Stop it. Combat soundtrack. Thank you. Okay, we pulled it off. That is absolutely a helmet. And then we have a Masterwork Dagger. Masterwork Dagger. We'll take it. So yeah, I think it's pretty straightforward to be able to tell that human-sized creatures, let alone humans, because lifespan is another thing. Like, we build things out of stone because we know the stone is going to outlast us. Whereas, for example, I think you could make a nice case for elves to make things out of living wood, because the living wood, if taken care of, if that was pretty good actually, if looked after, will outlast the lives of elves, and it just makes a lot of sense to have that if you look at it like that, because elves, well, I say elves last too long, or last a long time. That depends on the setting, obviously. I think in Shadowrun they last shorter, in fact. Elves don't last... Oh, no, in Shadowrun they last a long time as well. It's the orcs that last very little. Well, like 50 years life expectancy. They age faster as well, which is another... Like, even the notion of aging and just knowledge and wisdom is so dependent... Well, it's on culture as well, evidently. This was just a random wizard out here. I like it. It's so dependent on our eventual... I don't know, it's kind of complicated. Maybe I speak from it as a person who hasn't had a chance yet to age very well. Or very much, I should say. Not very well. But very much. We're going to Ghost Stone, a strange gray stone monolith. Its sides polished and smooth. The stone is known locally as the Ghost Stone, for at night the air surrounding the stone radiates a soft glow, and strange, ghostly forms of unnatural shape and posture flit and writhe through the air. So, that's gonna be more skulls, which means we're gonna die again. And we also have another thing to do. So basically, all those things contribute to architectural style, materials that you use, and all the stuff. A visitor. Harim, unhappy to see guests. Is he ever happy about anything? A visitor is waiting at the castle, but Harim is opposed to the meeting. Harim can just... yeah. Let's not say the things. So... let's go into here, into the Ghost Stone, and die. Most likely. Well, this is in territory that we have claimed already, so maybe we're not gonna die as much. We're immune to poison for one, but we're not necessarily immune to energy. That is so OP. That skill, which is good. I like... well, it's not skill. Spells. I like spells that are like that. But honestly, I like them for 1 or 2 battles at most. We've needed the resist energy communal a lot. A whole lot. If I were designing a campaign, I would not design a campaign where that is just how it works. I mean, maybe you could, or you know, that I wouldn't design a campaign that has a lot of combat where resist energy communal is the only thing that will get you through. Yeah, these are definitely skulls. You hear a strange faint humming noise, like a swarm of locusts in the distance, and then suddenly the noise rises to a painful shrieking in your ears. Suddenly you find you can make out words in a din. The words are disjointed and hard to make out, but someone is clearly trying to speak to you. Help, yes. Who are you? What are you? Traveler, way home, friend, jester, jest, escape, trap, pain, wound, blood, powerlessness, blood, cold, heat, darkness, 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 light, predators, attack, run, loss. Drawing upon your arcane knowledge, you discern that the strange being, whatever it may be, has stumbled into a trap which turned out to be a portal and was injured. It was not sure, you are not sure what the predators are it mentioned, but you are not sure what the predators it mentioned are, but they must have attacked the creatures while it was on this side of the portal. Wish home. Who are you talking to? Me? Octavia looks around with a raised eyebrow. There's no one here. Are you seeing things? I absolutely cannot reply to you, Octavia. It's a magical spell that I have on me. Who sent you here and why? Friend Jester Fay. What do you want? Stone Predator's multitude powerlessness help defense clean up path home? I failed a wisdom check. Rescue Predator's banishment death reward presents. I like presents. Reward? You will reward me? No, let's not say that. Why do you speak so strangely? Rustling and whistling is all you hear in response. They took offense, of course. Because they're not even speaking to me at all. They're just, it's in my head, isn't it? I'll see what I can do. I'll go there now and take care of the predators. Home wish gratitude presents. Don't take this the wrong way, says Valerie, but have you lost your mind? You were talking to yourself. Are you sure we should do whatever... Are you sure that we should do whatever it is you were talking about with your invisible Yes, I know, Valerie. I am so sorry. I don't know the fancy words that you know. I know that word. I know what it means. I just don't know how to say it. I don't know how to pronounce it. I know how to say it in Portuguese. And actually, a large part of why it's easy for me to know a lot of vocabulary words in English is the fact that a lot of the fancy words in English come from Latin and from Romance languages. So a lot of them are just basically normal words in Portuguese. It doesn't look like the victim died peacefully. He was clearly murdered, but you can't tell much more than that. Sherlock Holmes thingy, I do not know how I would be able to tell any of that at all. Camping supplies and rations, I do appreciate that. A torn book, maybe I will learn how that worked. The text, or rather the book, is torn and covered in mud. Very little of the text survived. Just a small fragment of a page spread. I thought a spread was like when you have a thing that spans both pages. I don't know. These existential questions for me all day. And this phenomenon, it reads, is quite similar to what transpires in the Stolen Lands at a place the local populace refers to as the Ghost Stone. That's where we are, yes. It is a hill surrounded by forest. Hiccup. Surrounded by forest and crowned by a gigantic stone. The people say that at night the hilltop emanates bright light, while the hill itself is shrouded by a thick fog swarming with eerie, sinister shadows. The stone has resided at the hilltop since times immemorial, and those who could have recounted its tale or read the dead language of its inscriptions have long passed away. However, possessing a most intimate knowledge of the history of Avestan, I can claim with full certainty that it is one of those places where the veil separating the planes of existence grows especially thin. It is for this reason that portals to other worlds open in such places, through which all manner of mysterious creatures can travel. The folk tales show overwhelming evidence of this. The fog, the strange shadows, the noises. The Stolen Lands abound with such legends like no other part of this world. But for the dangers that await the would-be explorers in this wilderness, it is exceedingly difficult to investigate such accounts with due rigor. How long was that last sentence? No, it was just this. Right? Yeah. Man. Run-on sentences are tricky to voice act. They're not tricky to understand. They're just tricky for me to keep a normal pace that you, amazing viewer, would understand easily because you're not necessarily reading them right now. You're just listening to me. And there's... Oh, it's the Horser's Lair! I like the Horser's Lair. They're the best. The goblin is glaring at you, grasping his weapon tightly. His wide face is covered in mud, while grass and twigs can be seen poking from behind his ears. The goblin steps back a bit and brandishes his weapon, but half-heartedly. He doesn't seem eager to fight. In a heartbeat, you realize the goblin is not alone on the hill. Many others, are smeared in clay and disguised with grass and moss. All smeared, yeah, they're all smeared, and they're lying motionless on the slope. Strangely, they don't attack. They're doing their best to remain still and blend in with the grass. What is that stone on the hill? I'm gonna ask. The Horse's Lair shrugs. It shine, it burn, no touch. Don't be afraid, I want to talk. What are you doing here? The goblin glances around and then responds, his voice raspy. Need food. I catch Lot's leg. Fat, tasty Lot's leg. The goblin licks his lips, smiling. Are you eating centipedes? They're eating centipedes. Oh, poor thing, says Octavia. Look how thin he is. Although, centipedes are... Well, they probably only caught one then. Centipedes are really... They have a lot of fat flesh. They're good. They're not like... I've never eaten them. I don't know that they necessarily would be edible for humans, though. Well, depends on the centipede, I would guess. Because I know spiders are edible, but they're not very good. They don't have a lot of meat on them. And that's because of the way the chitin that builds their body constricts their growth, and there's a bunch of other things. Basically, all their protein goes for the chitin and for the blood and for the way the blood works within a spider's body. Now, centipedes aren't spiders, but they're much like spiders, not insects, and that's why I learned about them. Also, they have similar roles in ecosystems. And I seem to recall that centipedes are very rich in protein, and that's what I mean to say. But anyway, it might not be. For all I know, he's referring to horses. And I'm like, what? That's not a lot. That's just 4. What are you talking about? So I hope it's not horses, because otherwise it wouldn't make sense. Or because then it would make sense. But, so, I am thinking it's centipedes. Let's see what Octavia says. Look how thin he is, although goblins do look raw-boned all the time. But Octavia, come on. But these must be desperate if they have started eating spiders. Oh! Okay, well, spiders are too that, Octavia. And she obviously is correct, because she has the knowledge of the riders. Have you seen anything strange around here? Fat Lot's legs? Never seen such fat before. The goblin grins widely and licks his lips. Point away from the hill. Oh, I can give them rations. Sure. That's probably going to be considered a chaotic evil action by the game. Here, if you're hungry, eat. Well, actually, there would be an argument for a chaotic evil. Actually, well, not chaotic. Lawful evil? Or lawful... Because these guys are racially evil. In this setting. So, aligning with them, you'd make an argument that it would be a necessarily evil action. But because I'm not sort of killing the spiders or anything, it's not chaotic, it's more lawful. It's just giving them food. So, I don't know. I don't know. As soon as the goblin sees food, he tears it all out of your hands and takes off, stuffing his mouth as he runs. Mine, all mine! Oh, dang it. Oh, well, they're gonna fight each other to death and eat each other, for all I know. At least we know there's no centipedes. I just saved. I saw the spider by the corner of the screen right there. Help, path home, joy friend. Oh! You're the spirit. Why didn't I see you? You're limping. Are you hurt? Agreement pain enemy run loss. Roslan? Sure. Enemy run loss. Of course. So, yeah, it's communicating in concepts, which is necessarily telepathic. Because, you know, words are representative of concepts, but they're not the concepts themselves. And it's kind of funny, well, not necessarily funny, but it's kind of fun starting to think about language and talking, with each other as just a way of summoning concepts in the head of other people. Because you say the word yellow and somebody immediately knows what you're talking about. And they're not going to be fixated, evidently. They're not going to be fixated by the color yellow just because they say yellow. That's not what I mean. I just mean that, it's a concept. The color yellow itself is a concept. And a word it's kind of interesting. Anyway, at least, yeah, there's no indication here that we're actually hearing words. Oh, wait a minute. It's the goblins. The goblins were the enemy. I'm so slow. I found a corpse in the bushes. Was it you who killed that traveler? Past innocence fear. What are you? Traveler, passerby, lost wandering. What's your name? The creature emits a series of sharp clicks that vary in pitch. Most likely, this is its name, but you would be hard-pressed to repeat it. I see no reason why that would be my interpretation of the sharp clicks. But this does confirm that it's not a human trapped inside of a body of a spider or a shapeshifter or something like that. Because spiders don't have names. Because name is a very human thing. I mean, it's like a thing. You were the one the goblins were after? Predator, murder, fear, hide and seek. What have you come from? Where have you come from to our world? Oh, so that's not a spell. That's supposed to be like a ghostly spider. Okay. The creature in front of you is silent for a few moments. Yeah, that must be where. Except I can't repeat the silence. Or maybe it was speaking to me in supersonic. It's not supersonic. What is the word? You know, like infra sounds. What's the outside of our hearing range? Yeah, I don't know that. Anyway, multitude fey primeval. Is that primeval? Is that how it's written? I don't actually know what primeval means. Well, I've helped you. Where's my reward? The strange creature in front of you points at the bushes it emerged from. Bag items multitude. Okay, the path is clear. I hope you find a way back. Bye. Gratitude, farewell. Another, lawful evil action. I wonder. We can check, even though we don't see it. Reproaching the talking raven. What the heck? Reproach the talking raven for calling you a thief. Right. That was another thing. That didn't register as a morally aligned choice. And we have ourselves Shambletus, a cooking ingredient. The stone's surface is covered in mysterious writing, but what interests you more is the stone isn't a stone at all, but a sealed portal from the looks of it. You dummy. You dummy. Oh, the stone is worked to beauty. Oh, but what's really interesting is that it's not a stone at all. It's a house. You dummy. There it is. I think that's where it is. We have ourselves a wand of restoration, and basically we can't check the items from there, so we need to do it like this. We have ourselves the composite short bow +2. Not too shabby. I mean, it's not better than mine, but not too shabby. And frost composite longbow. You have a lucky longbow. It's a +2 bow, so it could be a nice one. Savage bow. That's not as good. Is that a +1? Yeah, you're never gonna need those. What is this? A wand of restoration. Just cast restoration? How many charges? 22! Well, I will never need diamond dust ever again. Because that's basically all I needed it for. So this is a portal, but oh, yeah, but I can't do anything. It says it's sealed, which means it's unsealable, as far as I can tell. Oh, we have more treasure over here. Herbs. Herbs, we got herbs. None of the ones that we need for that quest, unfortunately. Although that one, no, that's just normal herbs. That one almost looked like one of the things. Yeah. So yeah, we have a mission for herbs. I just never know where it is or where it's supposed to be. Gongar, please don't stuff my loading screen. Thank you. Now, I don't remember if there was a passage north from here. I hope there wasn't, because because otherwise I won't be able to explore all the things in here. Really hope there's not a passage from there either. Yeah, this looks good enough. And now we can go to the precipice trail. A narrow path that runs along the edge of a cliff. Places like these are good for setting traps and ambushes. Yeah, precipice is an interesting word for like what I was mentioning before about knowing certain words. I know that one easily. I don't know words like ridge, or I know what ridge means. I've learned it like 2 or 3 years ago. But that's not an easy one. It's a word that I've known for a very long time because of a game called Ridge Racer, but I never learned it. I never looked it up on a dictionary to know what a ridge is. And as I began reading more and more in English, reading books in English, I began seeing that that word be applied a little bit more. But precipice is just easy because I know that in Portuguese. Except it's not a word that's very often, well, it's as often used in English in comparison to a ridge. It's not quite the same, though. A ridge and a precipice, though. This would be the precipice. Well, this would be the precipice. This would be the sort of passage and whatnot. The ridge itself would be, I think, this. It's kind of complicated. It doesn't... I don't know that... I don't know the words very well. I'm sorry. What do we have over here? This looks suspiciously... No? Okay. It looks suspiciously. That's all I'm saying. It doesn't. That's not how it's said. Anyway, we're in here. Another one of these dungeons. Well, off we go then. Okay, there's bones. I see. Mature Athak. Oh, hi! It's very mature. Excuse me. There's another one, I think. Nope, that's us rolling initiative. Let's see. So he's attacking a rim, which is bad news. Let's get a rim back. And now he's attacking Jathal, which is also bad news. He's not attacking anybody, for that matter. It's just weird. He's really weird. He attacked... I got too close. I am getting too close. And now he's attacking Emery, of course. He actually killed Jethal. My god, he's good. Yep. He knows what he's doing. Unfortunately for me. Get some of this. I can just press 3. Now, what is that? Can you click again? I need to wait until she's done casting. She loses the little item or icon. There we go. And I don't need to heal you again. I mean, I do, but it doesn't matter. We have a belt and armor. That doesn't matter. The armor doesn't. The belt does. What is it? Physical might. +4 strength and +4 constitution. That I like a lot. For you, she just has the strength bonus. And we have over here so a nice one, +2 strength, dexterity, and constitution. That's not too bad. And you have plus dexterity. I could have a plus strength. Sure. I don't need constitution. Are we tired right now? We're exhausted. So good. So that's half a person. I'm so happy that it doesn't affect traveling speed. I hate it. I hate that it does. Or that it would. Or that it could. Let's see. Date. What do we have? A psi +2. A lot of +2 weapons. Luminescent mushrooms and whatnot. And we're out of here. It does affect travel speed. It's, I don't like it. I don't like it. Let's see. Let's just leave. It affects travel speed because obviously it does. We knew that already. I just, for some reason, got fatigued while in there. What did I cast? I'm not sure. It must have been like coincidence or something. Anyway, it doesn't affect travel speed here. And for that, I'm very thankful. So we have Lenor's grave. We're not going there. We're going over here. Oh! You're not gonna fool me. Yeah, because we never connected the dots here. And so... that mountain trout is available for claiming. It is not. Is it? That's weird. Ooh, this is gonna hurt. That's weird that it is available for claiming. It shouldn't. It's not in our kingdom. It's clearly not in our kingdom. Was this a peaceful thing? Valerie, can you run? Nover and barbarians. A small but well-armed group moves across the flatlands. Tattoos, leather... did I pronounce that? Tattoos. Anyway, leather and fur clothing, bone amulets at their belts. These are barbarians. Khalids, to be precise. Probably from neighboring Numeria. Or maybe lands even further north. They stop when they see you, hands on their weapons and frowns on their faces. Oi! One of the barbarians shouts towards Amory. You're from north, right? Which tribe? I'm by myself, says Amory. Wait, isn't that the gal the 6 bears kicked out? 'Cause they were scared that if a woman touched the sword, their balls would fall off. Yeah, just let bygones be bygones. I'll walk with her now. Amory points at you. The barbarian examines you closely. So you lead this group, then? I'm Nober. We're from Numidia, part of the Tiger Lord's tribe. We're just minding our own business here, not looking to pick a fight. We don't want any trouble, and we're not after anyone. Oh. One of your people seems to be sick. Can I help? A barbarian woman steps forward, trying to control her heavy coughing. That'd be, welcome. The woman starts coughing again and then spits some blue phlegm on the ground. I caught blue spit somewhere in the Barrens. I can pay for the healing in gold. No, sure. We're gonna need to sleep anyway. I was just gonna heal her. I said, no charge. No, none of that. We're not beggars, and we're not out for charity. The barbarian woman forces several coins into your hands. Well, okay, I'm sure. I like the gold. Especially if it makes other people happy. Can you imagine just being paid and making other people happy for it? And I'm like, yes, this is the good stuff. After you heal the woman's disease, she breathes. I hope it wasn't a restoration spell. I don't think it was. She breathes in deeply, relishing the sensation. Wow, thank you. It was a nasty thing, let me tell you. Won't let you take breath in, won't let you take breath in or let gases out, she says. So you're from Numiria, are you? But you're pretty far from home. Not so far. The Tiger Lords travel around a lot, from the Whirlwind to Iobara. Hell, these lands were once practically home to us. We used to clear them damned Fae from the Gnarl Marchers on a regular basis. Well, now we're here again. That's the normal life, you see. Never know where you'll find yourself tomorrow. Do you know anything about the situation at Varnhold? Varnhold? Never heard of it. Whatever's going on there, we got nothing to do with it. What are you searching for? Even though you said, no, you're not searching for anyone. Not necessarily anything. The Kelid frowns. No idea, really. Dugath just said we should search for caves and ancient ruins, and he'd tell us if it was what we were looking for. You ask me, we're just wasting our time here, but Chieftain knows best. Who's Dugath? An old cleric. He's seen a lot, he knows a lot, and it seems like he's the only one who has any idea what the hell we're looking for out here. Are you the only group of Numerians here? You kidding? Of course not. Our main camp's over the hills there. If you're feeling gutsy, come pay us a visit. Oh, thank you. Have you found anything interesting around in the area? I wish. We've been searching the area for days now, but all we found was a cave with some grim-faced half-man. Not ancient ruins, no treasures, not a damn thing. Tell me about Numiria. I hate that question. Well, Numiria's a hard land made for hard people. Ages ago, stars rained from the sky and left a bunch of chunks of sky metal across the land. Some as small as your finger, others big as a mountain. Lots of chunks just sit still and do nothing, and we mine them for adamantine. Others make monsters or diseases or radiation and stuff like that, because I know about that as well, the radiation. Technology. What the hell? Forget all the problems of using modern language in this setting. Are you telling me that radioactive robots come out of these? Really? That's a thing. I do know that Pathfinder and Starfinder are connected. But I thought it was like Warhammer Fantasy and Warhammer 40k. You don't like technology? Oh, and this has a... Using this has... yeah, like so many things wrong. Yeah, you can't use the word radiation because that implies that you know more than Madame Curie. And I don't remember the name of her husband. They both worked on radiation. It comes from the word, from a specific element, radium. That's... No, I don't... No, well, they were studying radium, but I don't think the word itself comes from there. I think it's a coincidence. Because... Maybe it does, I don't know. Or maybe the radium is called radium because of radiation. Either way, there's geometric notions that are implicit. Geometry that are implicitly there for you to use that word, for you to know what the heck that is. But my biggest problem here is technology. You don't, and I'll let the game bury itself right now. You don't like technology. Why would I? Bad enough it brings us so much trouble on its own, but it also attracts villains from all over Avistan, like flies to a steaming pile of shit. The Technique League alone. Yeah. Clothes are technology. House building is technology. And metalworking for sure. Cooking is technology. Well, not the act of cooking itself is not technology. The act of making fire is technology. There's a lot of things that are technology. The usage of the word has changed since the introduction of what is called information technologies. And so it's sort of been shortened all over the world, really, not just in English. It's sort of been shortened into technology, and the term itself has been changed. And it's okay to use the word it's not okay. It's not okay to use the word technology just for information technology, which means computers and stuff like that, in the modern world. I'd say it's not okay, but I'm fine. People use that, whatever. It's fine. I don't mind that at all. I mean, I do. But that's just me. I know I'm pedantic. It doesn't matter. I'm not going to start a fight with anybody or even correct them when they use that. In a fantasy setting, yes, it matters. You can't use that. It's just no. No. So, and also we are out of time, so I'm going to leave you with that rant, and hopefully you will join me next time, unless, of course, you are so upset that I rant about stuff like this that you're not going to join me, which I totally understand. I'm sorry, I'm a jerk. I'll see you next episode. Thank you so much for joining me. Bye-bye.